Hi there. If you're watching this on YouTube, or you're wanting to watch any of my content on my channel, or both for that matter, I would strongly recommend hitting the subscribe button and comment and like on any videos if you may wish, because this is a general audience channel. Also, this video is not made for kids, it is for older fans and adults alike. So please sit back and enjoy the video. Two E2s and a USA. Written and told by JavienMagicBlack. One day, a new tank engine had just arrived on the island of Sodor. His name is Stuart, and bears a similar shape and size as Thomas, but painted light dark blue with white stripes with 6 black wheels and red side rods. The name Stuart, painted in red and bronze on his side tanks, while the number 49 is painted in the same colors on the sides of his bunker. The Fat Controller came to greet the new engine. "Ah, you must be Stuart, my new tank engine," he said. "Yes, I am," replied Stuart happily. "It's a pleasure to meet you, sir." "A pleasure indeed," came the bright reply. "Also, allow me to introduce you to Thomas here." "No need for the introductions," interrupted Stuart. "I know him already. He's my brother from Brighton, which is the same place I used to live in before moving to Southampton." "Is that right?" the Fat Controller asked, still smiling. "Then I guess you two are brothers. Anyhow," he went on, "you will be doing regular goods and passengers on his branch line. Thomas, please show him what to do." And with that, he walked away. The two E2 tank engines went off together. "So this is your branch line?" asked Stuart, as they journeyed along the line. "It is indeed," replied Thomas. "The engines that assist me on my branch line are Percy, he's a smart little green engine with 4 wheels, Toby, a steam tram, Lily, a former Wellsworth and Sudbury engine, and another ex-Southern Region tank engine like ourselves, Rosie. She's a USA class and—" "A USA class?" exclaimed Stuart in shock. "Those things replaced our kind at Southampton docks," he said, as his expression changed to apprehensive. "Rosie's nothing like the rest of her class," reassured Thomas sharply. "She's a good sort." But Stuart just stayed silent, still indignant. But he did calm down, though. Throughout the day, the E2 brothers puffed up and down the branch line, pulling passengers and goods alike. Even the trucks behaved while Stuart was around. He was starting to understand most of the branch line engines. But one exception was a certain pink tank engine. Later that day, Stuart pulled into Knapford yards with some milk tankers from the dairy, when he saw a certain chirpy pink and red tank engine shunting some trucks nearby. He glared coldly at her. "Hello," said Rosie, as she spotted Stuart. "I'm Rosie. You must be that tank engine Thomas told me about." "What's a USA class doing on my brother's branch line?" asked Stuart apprehensively. "Shunting," replied Rosie crossly. "But I also do goods and passengers as well. Do you have a problem with that?" "Just stay out of my way and my brother's, you pink yank," Stuart said huffily, and puffed away, leaving Rosie very hurt. "Who does that blue cheek think he is?" muttered Rosie, offended. Later that evening at Farquhar Sheds, while Rosie was spending an evening at Knapford, Stuart began to tell the other engines about Rosie. She's gonna replace me and Thomas, just like she and her siblings did to the rest of our kind," he exclaimed. "She's a danger to me and Thomas." "Nonsense," huffed Percy. "Rosie is no danger," said Toby earnestly. "She may be a feisty tomboy, but she's very friendly." "Well said, Toby," replied Thomas. "She's here to help us on the branch line, not replace you and me." "Hear, hear," agreed Lily sharply. "That's what she wants you lot to think," scoffed Stuart. "Soon there will be another USA tank engine taking over, and before we know it, the two of us will be sent for scrap. Mark my words, Thomas, my dear brother." Thomas, Percy, Toby, and Lily, tired of Stuart's grudge, went to sleep without another word. The next morning, as the other engines left the sheds for the day, Stuart, being the last one left, decided to take matters in his own buffers. "I'll show that USA tank," he muttered determinedly. "I'll make sure she gets her own karma for good." And he thought of a plan. As he approached Elsbridge Junction with some coaches, Stuart, seeing that Rosie was nowhere to be seen, saw the station master. "There's been a change in plan," he said. "I'm to swap the coaches with Rosie and take a goods train to Knapford. Fat Controller's orders." The station master, suspecting nothing, was surprised, but agreed, and so it was arranged. Stuart arranged some trucks and set off for Knapford. I'll show her, he muttered. 10 minutes later, Rosie arrived. "Where's my goods train?" she asked, puzzled. The station master explained about Stuart. "And so you'll have to take his passengers back to Farquhar," he said. This made Rosie very cross, and so was her driver. "Wait till the Fat Controller hears about this," he said. Meanwhile, Stuart was enjoying himself immensely as the trucks rattled along and buildings, trees, and fields flashed by. "This is wonderful," he exclaimed. His plan had worked. He reached the yards at Knapford and parked Rosie's trucks. Then he saw the Fat Controller with a severe look on his face. "Stuart, would you care to explain why you lied to the station master at Elsbridge and took Rosie's goods train?" he demanded. Stuart sighed and explained everything. "I just didn't want to be replaced by USA classes again, sir," he said. "It was already horrible the first time back at Southampton in the mainland." The Fat Controller looked sympathetically at the blue tank engine. "I understand your worries, Stuart, but I would never replace you or Thomas for that matter," he said. "You two are the only E2s alive, because you both are hard-working and really useful for that to ever happen. But stealing trucks is not the way to behave," he continued sternly. "Rosie is an ally to you and Thomas. She wouldn't dream of replacing you both. She is capable of both shunting and mixed traffic alike, as she is versatile on both your brother's branch line and the main line as well. Besides, she's not egotistical like her siblings that replaced you and Thomas's kind back on the mainland." Stuart felt deeply silly, but very ashamed at the same time. Later that evening, at the branch line sheds, the next time Stuart met up with Rosie, who was with Thomas, he mended his ways, and they now became firm friends. "If it weren't for E2s like Thomas or I, or USA classes like you, Rosie," said Stuart, "this branch line wouldn't have any Southern Region power." Thomas, Rosie, Toby, Percy, and Lily heartily agree, and that, from Thomas's brother Stuart, the E2 tank engine, was high praise indeed. And so the 6 branch line engines began telling adventures of their own, and they all went to sleep happily